Hey guys, it's Lust here, and I just finished my Shadowverse, first ever Shadowverse Champion Showdown, and uh, good news is I got first place. The deck I played today was Rite Runecraft, my favorite deck so far, and my matchups were round one. I played against Forest. I ended up winning the dice roll and then making my opponent go first, but I ended up losing this round because my opponent outcurved me and finished me off with Rose Queen Burn. And then my second match, I played against Dimension Shift Runecraft. We ended up going first in this game, and then we ended up curving him out, and we absolutely stomped that match. And then Game 3 and Game 4, we both played against Ram Dragon. We lost one dice roll and won one dice roll. Both games, they ended up ramping, but we ended up getting Ancient Alchemist out very early, and then we finished the game before turn 7. And then going into top 8, going into top cut, we played against another Ramp Dragon. This time, they won the dice roll and they went first. And it was a really long and grindy matchup, but I ended up sticking a 3/6 Alchemist, which he could not clear with Fafnir. And then the turn afterwards, I played a second Alchemist, and that won me the game here. And then in the finals, it was a rematch against the Forest player. We played round 1, and I ended up using Fire Chain to clear out 2 of his Elf Child Maze, which means that his Ancient Elf had a lot less tempo, and we successfully ended up winning that game. So it was a 5-1, and I won. So let's get into the deck list this time. It's very similar to the one I did to my first deck profile, but we made some changes definitely. So for the 1-drops, we're just going to be really quick. For 1-drops, we have 3 copies of Season of Creation. This card's a cantrip. You really need it to flatten out your deck curve. And then the new edition, Bellringer Angel at 3. This card is really good because your deck really needs to hit crucial cards, and having more lower drops so that you don't have to mulligan away Junos and other cards is very important. And just overall increasing your deck's consistency. And it's good against aggro as well. Such a good card. Such a good addition to the deck. And then for the 2-drops, 2 Fire Chains, 3 Crafty, and the 3 Alchemist Workshop. Yeah, the Fire Chain came in clutch today. Definitely would not cut Fire Chain. This card is so good against Forest, so good against Sword, so good against Aggro Abyss. MVP. The 3s, 1 Demonic Strike, 1 Price of Magic. I cut it down from the last time 2 because I didn't like how high of a curve it is. I did not like paying 3 to banish something, even though the 4 health reaches some crucial thresholds, like Archer, for example. And it's really good against Iola, but this card has been clogging my hand more so than ever, so I cut it down to 2. And then 2 Shapeshifting, same reason. This card doesn't synergize with your game plan very well, and you have enough AoE already with Mithril Golem. Rudy Guardian, very good to see on 3. You really want to see this card on 3. Merlin, MVP of the deck. Such a good card. And then your win condition, obviously. Ancient Alchemist, the reason why you're playing this deck. 13 3-cost cards. It's a lot better. Honestly, a lot better. I think 12 now, actually. And then for the 4s, 1 copy of Execution, 2 copies of Golem Protection. We cut this down from 3 to 2 because we ended up playing more of a lower curve, which means that I didn't need to see this card as often. Because on turn 4, I can just play a Bellringer and a 3-drop instead of having to fill in the 4. 2 words, great removal. Honestly, great removal. And then getting onto the boss monsters of this deck. Juno's on 5, Mithril on 6, and Erasmus on 7. Self-explanatory. You want to see this card every game. You want to play 3. See this card every game. If you don't see this card, you're in a lot of trouble. And then this card fills in for the Demon Flame Mages because, as I said, because you have a lot of 3/2 wards, a lot of their followers wouldn't be full health. So a lot of the times, playing Mithril on 6 is just a full board wipe. Going on to the Evolve deck. 2 copies of Demon Flame Mage for the 2 you play. 2 copies of Crafty Warlock. It's a really good tempo evolve, and especially going second, it's really important that you have this card. So you're 2 copies of the Win Condition evolve. If you need 3, cut down Crafty Warlock to 1 because I've never evolved more than 1, but I just like having the 2 because I play 3 Warlocks. But If you find yourself ever needing the third Alchemist, cut the Warlock for it. 2 copies of Merlin. I never found myself needing going into 3, but I did use 2 multiple times today. So if I did draw into the third one, I would probably have appreciated the third one. 1 Erd, I never needed a second Evolved one because we only played 2. And then for this tournament, this was the third Demon Flame because I didn't search for a third Alchemist or a second Erd or a third Merlin. But from this point onward, I would probably play Bellringer Angel instead because I played 3 Bellringers and it will be nice to have an option to evolve her going second on 2. Yep, that's all. And for the proof, let me get my binder out. We got our promos. We got a Shapeshifter for getting top 8. And then we got a Path to Purgatory for winning. So I can confidently say that I am the July Card Quest OTS champion for Championship Showdown. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, leave it down. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you very much.